Hello, Mr. Brown here, your science teacher. Today, join me as we explore the science of vertebrates. Now, I'm sorry guys, you can't be in this video. Spiders, starfish, snail, you guys are invertebrates. Maybe I'll let you guys be in a different video. But for today, it's all about vertebrates, reptiles, fishes, birds, amphibians, mammals, and humans, maybe, if you put on some pants for me there, guy. What's the difference? Vertebrates have bones. They have a skeleton on the inside. Invertebrates, they don't have bones. They have a crunchy exoskeleton. Now, technically, vertebrates are belonging to phylum Chordata, which has a lot of guys here that I'm just not going to spend time on. Instead, I'm going to simplify it for the big five: mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish. All vertebrates begin their lives looking something like this. Look at those pharyngeal pouches, that hollow dorsal nerve cord, and that postnatal tail. All mammals, including you. This is a picture of you when you were just an embryo. Weird. The story of vertebrates goes back 500 million years, and through evolution by natural selection breaks off into all these different branches. Let's begin with the most ancient of them all, and that is class Agnatha, the jawless fish. One of the members still alive today is the hagfish, which has a very weird defensive capability. When threatened, hagfish release slime. Ew. In fact, hagfish slime can be harvested, and it might be a biomaterial of the future. Another member of this class is the lamprey. This guy's been causing all sorts of problems in the Great Lakes as it attaches itself to other fish and sucks out their blood. Here we see a lamprey being removed from a fish, leaving a big ugly scar. Yikes. The next vertebrates to evolve were class Chondrichthyes, or cartilaginous fish, the sharks. You know, sharks once got really big. In the old days, megalodon existed. Look at the size of a person in comparison. Today, the largest shark in the world is the gentle whale shark. The next class of vertebrates to evolve were class Osteichthyes, the bony fish. They have an advancement over the sharks in that they have a swim bladder, which allows them to be neutrally buoyant. They don't float to the top and they don't sink to the bottom. You know, a couple years back off the coast of Africa, an amazing find was made. This guy shouldn't be here. This is a coelacanth. This guy should have gone extinct millions of years, but still around. What's interesting about the coelacanth is it belongs to a very ancient lobe-finned bony fish group. These are the guys that gave rise to arms and legs, the first amphibians. Boy, I remember back in the late Devonian period. Wow, that was a wild time of evolution with fish evolving arms and legs and becoming amphibians. Particularly, I remember my old buddy Tiktaalik. See that guy? Tiktaalik was a fish that lived in the Devonian period 375 million years ago, lived in water, but also spent some time on land. Here's a picture of me and my old buddy Tiktaalik. Good times. Amphibians were once a really big class, but today they're not doing as well. There are only 3 members left: the salamanders, the frogs and toads, and the caecilians. Don't call them a snake. They are not. They are amphibians. Well, how do you know? Because all amphibians begin life as a fish. They are born in water. and they spend the first few weeks of their life swimming around as a fish. But then they begin to change and metamorphose into their adult forms and hop away. Today, the largest amphibian in the world is the giant Chinese salamander. The next group of vertebrates to come around were class Reptilia, the reptiles, and they were quite busy, and they branched off into pterosaurs and dinosaurs, even birds and crocodiles. But the secret to their success was laying eggs. No longer did they have to lay eggs in water like their amphibian ancestors. Reptiles can lay their eggs on land. And today there are snakes and lizards, the largest snake in the world being the anaconda. Don't forget about crocodiles and alligators and turtles and tortoises. Class Reptilia. The next group of vertebrates I want to talk about are class Aves. Birds. Every bird alive today can trace their ancestry back to the dinosaurs. And birds are successful. They have branched off into all kinds of different species. Some of them, like the penguin, can live in Antarctica. Some of them, like the ostrich, almost seem like they're trying to bring back their dinosaur ancestry. The last group to evolve of the vertebrates was mammals. Why did we use a walrus as our representative of the mammals? Couldn't we find someone that's in a little bit better shape? But dolphins are mammals too. And you'd say, well, they don't have any hair. When dolphins are born, they have a few little whiskers on their chin that fall out shortly after birth. The longest hair in the mammal family belongs to the musk oxen. The softest hair in the mammal family belongs to the chinchilla, 30 times softer than human hair and almost softer than my hair. Because I'm a mammal, you're a mammal, and one great way to show your mammalian ancestry is to grow an epic beard like these guys. Nice job, fellas. You know, female mammals produce nutritious milk from mammary glands, as you see here. And bats are mammals. You can see here some hedgehogs nursing and gorillas nursing on nutritious mother's milk. Even whales will go up and nurse mother's milk underwater. And of course, humans will do this also. Mammals are known as having the most advanced brains of all vertebrates. Mammals are also known for having the most specialized teeth of all vertebrates. All right, no, not you. I don't want to see your teeth. I want to see teeth like this guy, where they have punctured a hole in the top of his mouth. And hippos, seriously, it's called a toothbrush, okay? Figure it out. And beavers, which have increased amounts of iron in their teeth, giving them this orangish color. Narwhals will grow a long tooth that pokes out like a sword. The largest teeth ever of the mammals belong to the woolly mammoth, but he went extinct. Mammals give live birth, and the young fetus grows in a fluid-filled sac inside the mother called a placenta. Here's a shot of a baby being born, and you can see a little bit of that placenta. And here is a baby horse being born. There's that placenta. And yeah, even you, this is a picture of your placenta. That's where you were born. The largest placenta on the planet belongs to the sperm whale. Mammals are hugely successful, branching off into all kinds of orders. The most interesting, in my opinion, is the primates. The primates, something interesting happened about 5 to 10 million years ago, where we have a branching This is where the humans started. This is a tricky branch of science. There is not a lot of fossil evidence to really paint a good picture, but we do know one creature that existed about 3 million years ago, Australopithecus afarensis. This is an interesting vertebrate as it contains some chimpanzee-like features and some modern human-like features. Here's a picture of my son and I with Australopithecus afarensis named Lucy. Here's an artist's conception of what this creature may have looked like about 3 million years ago. You can go to the Milwaukee Public Museum and they have a collection of early human skulls on display. But like I said, it's still an evolving science. Here is Homo habilis, another human-like creature that evolved in Africa, probably the first one to ever use tools. A million years later, we saw the evolution of Homo erectus, the first human-like creature to actually leave Africa and make it as far as Asia. Now, if you do study the origins of humans, you will find some contradictions as this is still an evolving science. On this diagram, it tries to show the relationship between the different human ancestors, and this one shows a different relationship chart. Which one's right? Well, it's still an evolving science. This is a recreation of Homo neanderthalensis, a cousin of us humans that lived in Europe 50,000 years ago. However, this guy went extinct. We belong to Homo sapiens. Modern humans evolved roughly 100,000 years ago. And this is a modern photograph of a tribe of humans from Africa, but this could very easily show what it looked like 100,000 years ago. In that time, Homo sapiens, or modern humans, have been busy exploring the world, starting in Africa and slowly making their way to all the different continents. By the end of the last ice age, roughly 10,000 years ago, we saw the very first peoples inhabit Wisconsin. Humans have been very, very, very busy. In fact, today, humans are getting ready to explore Mars. All right. Thank you for joining me today on the Science of Vertebrates. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.